Don't trip.
Look at this.
General introduction,
Yep.
and then I'm handing it off to you.
Yeah, and I'm just going to really introduce you. I don't fall. I need to keep it
Tell me where the camera is. Where's the camera? Up there.
Hi. Good. That's great.
Okay. My camera. Good morning. Thank you for driving with us all the way to Aurora. I know some of you have driven on those wonderful buses that you splurged for. And I know Concordia drove the very bus. So we'll have a conversation with them next time they need the same kind of bus. Anyway, good morning. And if you don't know who I am, I'm Guy Trainer. And I'm teaching at UNL, and we've started this TechEDGE about 3 years ago, and we've been doing 4 years for the last 3 years. This is our 13th, and we promise not to talk too much about the number 13, but here it is. And today we have a very exciting day, and I don't know many places and many, both universities and K-12 schools that have agreed to do something like this, to bring about 200 and something people and some people online to a school to see one-to-one integration in real time on, on the site without putting on too much of a show and without planning it out. So I'm really excited about this. I hope you are. If you're not, it's going to be a long day, but I think it's going to be a great day. So it's a great opportunity. It's not something we do very often, and we're doing it here because we thought this was a site where we saw a lot of great things happening, and I hope you will too. And to talk about some of the details and to lead us on with Dr. Friedrich.
Hi, I'm Lori Friedrich, and welcome to Aurora and TechEDGE 1-to-1 Aurora. We're really excited that you're all here. Really what I'm going to do is introduce Mr. Craig. We're really excited. I'm here for 12. I'm not doing 12 sessions. Marvelous job integrating iPads. I know universities that are represented here. Working with iPads on an everyday basis, learning how to use those as a teacher, not just as a student. And so I think today you're going to see wonderful ideas of how teachers are actually integrating iPads into their classroom. Just a little bit about the logistics. You have a schedule with you at the top of your strand. You'll be in that same strand all day. And when you leave here, we're going to ask that you go out and have some bright orange table labels, and along closer to the walls are elementary groups, A, B, C, D, and health and PE group. And then in the middle we have secondary, and you'll have to look for your area of study. And a couple, social studies and English, there were a lot of students, and so we have 2 sections. So make sure to check if you're English 1 or English 2, social studies 1 or 2, and then secondary math or science. And you'll have a university instructor that's going to be shepherding you around today. They'll be there to help you ask questions and process what you're seeing, as well as we challenge you today to really stretch. You might look at something that's done in a science class, and you might say, how can I use that technology in an English class? Or you might see a middle school teacher, and we challenge you to say, how can I use that at the elementary level? Because the use of technology easily transfers between levels and subject areas. So hopefully you'll find it very informative and helpful. So after we finish this morning listening to the administrative team tell us about how they got to this point, we'll dismiss, you'll get into your strands, and you'll do all of your classroom observations this morning. We'll just go in, and you're going to be standing today. So we're just going to stand around the walls, and there's actual classes going on. So we'll just be very quiet. Sometimes you're scheduled to go in and just see part of the class. So I'd ask you to just go in and observe, and then when it's time, that university person could kind of signal, kind of watch your schedule, and then you'll leave. It may not be the end of the class, but it's the time we're going to have you go to another location. And some are going to be working. Yeah, the teacher said, we're going to put them to work. So wherever you are, you might have something a little bit different that you have the chance to do. We'll all be back here in this commons area for lunch at 12:45. If you ordered pizza, you're going to have that noted on your name tag. And if you brought your own lunch, that's great. Half hour is all we have, so there's really not time to leave and go anywhere. So that's what we'll do. And then we'll have a debrief time where you're actually going to meet with those instructors that you're watching this morning in the classroom. So be thinking, if you have questions, how did you get started with this? Or how else do you use technology? Or what do students do sometimes when that happens? Ask those questions of them and help them process, too, what they're doing. And then, for the end of the day, you're so fortunate. You get to hear an internationally known keynote presenter, Dean Sharesky, talking a bit about classrooms of the future and helping you realize that the future starts today. That classrooms such as Aurora have are springing up all over. And we believe within 3 to 5 years, almost every classroom will be one-to-one. So what you're getting today is really great background to help you in methods classes, student teaching. Take what you learned today and implement that into your teaching. So at this point, Mr. Craig Medora, Technology Integration Specialist.
I want you to give a round of applause to my admin team and Guy and Lori, because I think I got a call from Guy and Lori, and they said, "We want to have TechEDGE at your school," and I said, "You're crazy." And my principal got me out of our comfort zone and said, "Let's do it." And so here we are 5 months later. I think you're going to have a great day. It's going to be busy. Some of my teachers are really nervous about having a lot of students in their classroom, but I think it's going to be a very valuable experience for you to get in there. If you're going to kindergarten at 10 o'clock on your schedule right now, you're going to be working, so get ready. Kindergarten teacher said, "Can I put these teachers to work?" And I said, "Yep, get their hands dirty." I think that's the best thing you guys can do. If you're going to be in Mrs. Hoffman's first grade, those first graders are going to be teaching you what they're doing. It's not going to be the teacher. So I hope that you guys will engage in a lot of conversations with not only the teachers, but the students, because you can learn a lot of things from our students, because they're doing some pretty cool things in the classroom. A couple things that we need to take care of. After you leave here, would you please turn your devices, 2 or 3 that you have on your person, turn them off, turn the Wi-Fi off. I know it's a TechEDGE conference, I'm asking you to do that. So I want everything to go really well. I don't want to be in a session with 20 iPads and 30 students in there, and then we're all trying to hit on that access point. So if you would turn your Wi-Fi off until 2 o'clock, and then you can light it up and check your email and your Boxer or whatever you have in your Instagram and Facebook. So, but I would promote you to take some pictures throughout the day, and feel free to share those via social media with our hashtag, which is UNL-TechEDGE or Aurora Huskies. Please have your name tags visible. We want to see that you are actually a visitor, so have your name tags out. We do have a change. If you look at your session schedule right now, and I think it's at 10:10 in the middle school. If you are in Miss Margaret's class, she's ill today, but it's not going to be Miss Margaret's in there. It's going to be our special education teacher that's in there to assist with her anyway. It will be Mrs. Tihan, so you will see a face that doesn't match that. I think strand. It might be a secondary English strand. So if you see Miss Margaret's, you're actually going to see Mrs. Tihan in that classroom. You'll see signs around the buildings. Look at your maps right here. When you leave here, if you're in the elementary, after we meet at our tables back there in the orange or in the commons, there's 2 commons areas. Find your orange name tag, Group A, Group B, Group C. Get everybody together, and then high school is straight across the street. It's S16 right up here. This is the middle school. Look at your map. The yellow areas are the hallways. You just go straight down this area here, and there's a hallway, and then you can take a left. There's just 2 hallways. Middle school's a piece of cake. You see the little red areas I highlighted? Those are the rooms where it's going to be at. If not, just ask the student in the hallway, they'll direct you in the right direction. Elementary people, we're going to go right out through the gym here, and it's about a 3-minute walk, 2-minute walk, right across by the football field. Just go in the front doors. You'll see a big sign right at the end of the hallway that'll say K1 to your right and 253 to your left. Okay? And look for the easels. I think it's pretty easy to find. Once you see the easels there, it'll be an easy way to find where you're going. And then the high school, I was confused when I first started here too, but the high school is just a big loop. Okay, when you go on S16, there's a square. And just pay attention to your map, and if you need to, just pop it around and ask the teacher or ask the students in the hallway. So that should be pretty easy for you guys to get around. When you do come back from the elementary, I know some of you at the elementary are coming, you're in a strand, and then you're coming over to Mrs. Wiggins' room. You're like, why am I going over to an art teacher's room? She's doing phenomenal things. So I wanted you guys to be exposed to how she's using the iPads in our classroom. So you'll have to go around the building because that door, we're going to leave it locked. So just go around and come in down towards, actually, I'm going to back up a little bit. Her room is straight across the street here. When you come back for lunch, those of you that aren't going to be over here, just come around the building and in that main area down. Some of you came in, there's the first door here, the second one, then the third one. Come in that area because we're going to eat lunch in the commons area that's over on that side, not in this big one right here. Okay? So meet in that first commons area for lunch, and then our high school kids will be out here at 12:55 and we'll open the doors that way. Spread everybody out in this first day. I got a couple more things here and then I'll get out of here. Like I said, be ready to work in the classrooms because several of the teachers said, hey, I'm going to put the kids to work, so be ready, but I think that's going to be a valuable experience for you guys. I know kindergarten teachers, they have some handouts for you, 5 easy activities. You can apply these in any classroom up to seniors. So if you get one of those sheets, you might want to copy those off and give them to some of your buddies. And then there is a QR code on that map, if you got one of those maps right there, that links to the resources that I shared as a Google Doc, and my teachers added a bunch of links, their websites. I know if you get to be with Ms. Brazee today, the teacher has been teaching for 40 years. She's a rock star, the way she uses technology in her classroom. So those of you that are lucky enough to sit for her today, she gave you her website. She has all of her things that she's doing with the iPad in her classroom. So I'm going to introduce some people right now that you might have to ask them, hey, where do I go? This is Ms. Felix right here. Stand up kind of wave. She's our elementary tech here. Give her a round of applause. Thank you. She'll be at the elementary. If you need assistance, she'll kind of be out and about. I'm going to let each of my administrators talk. I'm privileged enough to work with these guys on a daily basis. They're visionaries, they're pioneers in education, and I'm going to kind of let them talk about how we got to this one-to-one point, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to let Mr. Kittle, this is our high school principal, I'm going to let him kind of have the floor here.
Well, welcome to Aurora High School. I'm Doug Kittle, I'm the high school principal. This is my about 23rd year in education. And I'd like to welcome you here today and congratulate you for picking the best profession out there. Okay, so great job on that. As Mr. Badura said, we are a one-to-one iPad school. We are in our 3rd year, and the first thing I want to say is these things do not replace instruction. They enhance instruction. That's what you need to learn. Okay. So that is all I'm going to say about the iPads. Our teachers use them as a tool in their toolbox. And hopefully today you not only see integration of technology, but you see great instruction with students engaged in learning. That's our focus. Okay. We have a great product. We're proud of our school district. We're proud of our students. We're not perfect, okay, but we have challenges just like every other school district. But we are excited about the direction that we are moving. A couple of things that for today. I tell this to our student teachers every year when they come in, and we usually have 1 to 3 every semester, which we welcome. And you are now not a college student. When you walk across the street to go into high school classrooms, consider yourself an educator, okay? Which means you act like an educator, okay? By the way you dress, by when the girls look at you guys when you walk in there and roll their eyes and start drooling, okay? Girls, ladies, the same thing. Just put your professional hat on, and we won't have any problems. Our teachers are used to having visitors in their classroom. When you enter the classrooms, if you can just walk, stay in the back of the room or the side, wherever you can fit into. You may participate or be asked to participate in class, take you out of your comfort zone a little bit. The last thing I have before I turn it over to our middle school principal, Mr. Teal, is in education. I'm not sure if they're telling you this in your education class or not, but we do not get Christmas bonuses, and we do not get year-end sales bonuses or anything like that. But what is much more powerful than a monetary bonus is a thank you. And you need to make sure that you thank our very own Mr. Badura, Dr. Trandon, and Dr. Friedrich for all the time they put in organizing this today. It's going to be a great day, and again, welcome, and I will be in and out of classrooms with you all morning and into the afternoon, and if you have any questions, I will give a plug. We will have an advertisement going in this Sunday for several positions due to retirements and professional advancement. And the last lesson that you learned today was a lesson I learned. The very first day of my very first teaching job in Newman Grove, Nebraska, that all schools do not have coach buses. And I didn't know school buses existed until we went to our first game, and I said, oh, this is different. No air conditioning and no coach bus. So good learning experience for you. At this time, I'll introduce Mr. Standage, our elementary principal.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Aurora Public Schools, and I particularly welcome you to the Aurora Elementary School. It's good to see all of you here. Good to see so many people entering. Like Mr. Kittle said, the greatest profession you'll ever enter, and we're excited to see so many of you that are elementary people. When you come over to elementary today, we have several teachers that will be looking forward to showing you what we're doing in our classrooms. Again, technology is a tool we use to support learning, objectives, and it's a way of getting students to see the end. So our teachers will be using it, and they'll be probably using you as well, looking to you, and they look forward to this afternoon the direction that we have as far as being able to dialogue. So feel free to ask them questions, but also feel free to share insights that you have when you visit our classrooms. And so in the elementary, we are not one-to-one, but we have access to a lot of devices. And so you may see teachers this morning using iPads. We also have Airbooks, and so they may be using those as well. We have carts within our pods, and so we do have a lot of access to technology as well as smart boards. So a variety of different things you may see and use this morning, but we're glad to have you here. We're glad to show you what we're doing in our classrooms, and we hope that you find it to be an informative day. And I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Teal.
Thank you, Mr. Standage, and welcome everyone. As the other two administrators said, what a nice looking group that we've got here today, and pleased to have everybody here. I'm just going to quickly just pigtail off what Mr. Kill had said about when you were walking into the classrooms here today, and the guys that are walking in and you're seeing the eyes starting to roll, starting to roll. Well, that's a lot like being an administrator, with the exception of one thing. We walk in and all we see is the eyes starting to roll. We don't see anybody starting to roll over us anymore, but at the same time, we can have wishful thinking over that. But just real quickly, I would mention to you that, first off, as we talked about having a one-to-one iPad to a teacher, iPad to student ratio here within our district. We started that process here several years ago. And it wasn't without just a couple of hiccups along the way, but we have grown a great deal since that time. And the one thing in the middle school we continue to emphasize to our teachers is that we want to maintain a balance. A balance meaning that we're going to have some teachers that are perhaps, because of their content area, they don't use technology every day within the room. And we have some teachers, because of their content area and their gift or their skill, comfort level with technology, they will use technology every day within the room. When we're talking about here and here, we're saying a balance. In addition to that, that means we will have teachers in the room, in the building, that will be using technology for a part of class periods. And that's what we're after. When we talk about middle school students in technology, we don't want them to think that is the one-all-in-all approach to teaching and especially communication. And I'm going to use that term balance again. When we are talking with students and we're talking with parents, the one thing that we do not want to ever lose is the art of social communication. And so when we're saying that our students are on a one-to-one iPad ratio here, when our students walk through the door in the morning, they absolutely do not turn that iPad on until they are in the classroom under the teacher's discretion. That means when they are riding the buses, they don't have the iPads turned on. We're continuing to maintain, we want the art of social communication. Now, with that said, of course, there have been a few hiccups along the way. We teach students the importance of all of that. And but we are in a terrific atmosphere right here, absolutely terrific. And I will say that having a daughter that just graduated last year, as we were going out to various colleges or universities, taking a look at what they had to offer for her, what we were finding is Aurora schools, and perhaps many other public schools, we're ahead of where some of the colleges are at right now. So what we're counting on is you as educators to go back to your school and say, this is where we need to be getting to, where the public schools are at right now. So with that, we've got a wonderful day planned for you, and we're going to welcome all of you here. I'm going to turn back over to Mr.
I have a couple more people here. Mr. Knoxville, where are you at? There's Mr. Knoxville up in the sound booth. He is our phenomenal IT guy, so he will kind of be around the high school area. I'm going to probably head to the elementary. Some of you can, when our assistant principal at the elementary, Mr. Jeff Satter. Raise your hand there, Mr. Satter. Wave at everybody. So if you see him, he's our assistant principal. He'll be around. Have a great day. I'm glad our admin hit on that the best. And you know, you guys are going to get out in the field. You're going to be using devices. You're going to be looking for that best device. The best device or the best app in the classroom is you, as an engaging teacher. Nothing. I've been in education for 15 years. Been in a one-on-one classroom for 6 of those 15 years, and nothing beats a great teacher. You're going to see we have some pretty awesome teachers today that already use technology. So, with that being said, remember elementary. We'll go back around the building at lunch. We'll come in the middle school main area to eat in there at lunch. And then I think you guys right now, we can probably, if you want to, you can probably leave your coats here. And then we're going to go and meet in your strands out in those 2 common areas. So find that orange sheet that has your strand label on that. And we need to be at the elementary in 3 minutes. So chop, chop.
They went mobile on you. That was pretty good. You adjusted on the fly.
I'm doing this also because it's all going to stay live. Okay. I'm walking over. It's going to stay live because I feel like I can do this. So, is it going to be someone who can type stuff? Okay, great. All right. I'm going to put my iPad camera on and I'm going to walk. I need somebody to carry everything else. How do I go to walk? What's that here? All right, so this.
Can I shut that or not?
No.
No, it's gotta stay on.
It's got to stay on, but
Okay.
we can unplug. We can unplug.
Can I unplug this? Unplug both of them? Okay.
Okay, and we are now walking through the other building. Yeah, you can help. Broadcasting. So, we'll be seeing you on camera later. Now, I'm still broadcasting. We're moving to the building. They can hear me.
sometimes we get a little excited with pic collage with 50 different pictures and you can't see any of them. So that's something we've been working on. So the first thing they're going to do is use pic collage to kind of create that background. And then we're doing an app smash where we're going to use Telegami. Is anyone familiar with Telegami? It's a fun little app that also has a free version. That's the big thing with teaching. You can't. There's no way you could afford to pay for all the apps. So in education, we really look for the free ones, and it's got a great version where the kids are going to build an avatar, and then they're going to smash it together with their pic collage. So the pic collage will be the background, and then the avatar will be on the forefront, hopefully reading their reports. We're hoping to eventually record our reports onto the Telegamis. Noise becomes a little bit of an issue with Telegami whenever you're recording anything. So we're going to see how far we get today. But there are a lot of you, but go ahead and you can set your things down. Feel free to move around. Boys and girls, today you kind of get to be the teacher, and you can explain what you're doing. You can show them your pic collage, and we're going to start with there. So everybody should be ready for pic collage. And go ahead and you can start building your background. Go ahead and go. Yes. You can search your background. Yep. First graders, be sure to tell them what animal you researched. You can show them your work that you've done thus far. And then you can show them how great you are on pic collage.
I am changing the camera now to this camera, so, well, not yet, because we're still using that until I get this set up, because it takes a while for it to load up.
First graders, you're going to have about 10 minutes to work on your pic collage. That's another important thing. You've kind of got to set some time frames. Otherwise, some kids are done in 1 minute, and other kids would spend an hour building their pic collage. Remember, don't pick so many pictures that you can't tell what your animal is, boys and girls, because your avatar from Telegami will be in the forefront. We just want to create a nice background that will support all the hard work we've done. Oh, and don't forget the title. You've got to have the name of your animal on there. Yes. If you're done, you know what? You can start practicing reading your report, since you're going to have to read it on Telegami. Please turn to the this part, you start practicing reading what you're going to read. So, we're not talking about the giant text. You have this tab in the window. And then it'll come up. I have some speedy finishers, and so boys and girls, if you are already finished with your pic collage, you have the the name of your animal on it. Then go into your report and practice reading it so that when we put it in the telegami, you'll read nice and smooth. So if you're thinking you're done, go and start reading your report. If you're not done, you have about 7 minutes left. Boys and girls, I bet you could even read your report out loud to someone next to you. I'm sure they would like to hear you read. So if you're done with your pic collage, go ahead and just start reading out loud to someone around you. Wow. Yeah, so this was pretty good. It's really cool. You really have to scaffold it and kind of like that's a good reason to pick it up. Did you learn that? She was gone. Yeah, she was gone. Okay, good spot. Okay, first graders, if you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap 2 times. Raise your hand if you are not finished with your pic collage. Okay, I have a few people who are not finished. You have 2 minutes. Okay, Madeline and Lila, 2 minutes. So the rest of you, go ahead and read through your report one more time if you are finished. You're going to read your H. You put your H before the I. That's yours. Does that say shape or does that say sharp? What letter does sharp? Ian, do you have the name of your animal on yours? Where I don't see it. Oh, maybe if you picked a different color, it might pop out a little more. Do you remember how to pick a different color? There you go. I think that should do it. Oh, that's easy. Even that's better to see. Just so you'll be able to see it. Sorry. No, you're fine. Okay. 1 minute. Madeline Caroline and Lila, 1 minute. Okay, Scott, just wait. Save your pick collage. You're jumping ahead. Jumping ahead. Okay, Scott, if you push the arrow, it saves it, right? Yeah, then it saves it. I'll get it in there. They change things so often. You should still be able to get it. Okay. All right. Time is up. So first graders, I need you to put your hands down and your eyes on me. No one is touching their iPad. No one is touching. You guys are okay. If you just can hear. Sorry, I'm going to grab my iPad here. Okay. Is anyone familiar with Reflector? How that works? It's a program that we have on our computers that are linked into our smart boards. And in a perfect world, you'd be seeing up here right now what is on my iPad. Reflector is great when it works. I would say it works about 50% of the time, in all honesty. But first graders, I'm just going to hold mine up. I think that might be the best way. Liz, could you tap my computer? I might need to wake up. Oh, I see the mouse moving. I don't think that's the issue. I know. Boys and girls, we know that a lot of times we have to be really patient when we're doing things with technology, right? Because they don't always work. So you'll find it's good to have a backup plan. I know they tell you that in college, but it really, really, especially with technology, is important. Okay, boys and girls, this is my pick collage of my tigers. Okay? As I was walking around, I noticed a few people had great backgrounds, but I didn't see the name of your animal. That was one of the main directions. Make sure you have the name of your animal on your pick collage. Now, boys and girls, if you push the arrow on the top left, go ahead and push that, and that should make sure that your project gets saved. So go ahead and push the top left, and it'll take it to the gallery, and you should be able to see it. If you can see your project in the gallery, give me a thumbs up so that I know it's in there. All right. Looks like, Charlie, you getting your title in? Give Charlie just another second here. Perfect. Now push that arrow. You got to save it. The arrow up top left. One more time. There we go. All right, everybody, give yourselves a whoop whoop. We made it this far. Go ahead and push the belly button. And now we're headed into telegami. So go ahead and go into telegami. Hey, we're going again. See, you just never know. Okay, there are two versions of telegami, the paid version and the free version. Like I mentioned before, we do as many free apps as we can here. The only difference, not the only difference, the main difference is you won't have as many backgrounds to choose from. There's only one avatar to choose from. Our first graders are pretty familiar with telegami, but this is basically the basics of it. All right, boys and girls, go ahead. You can go in and change your character. You can change things like the eye color. You can make it have a big head, almost like a bobblehead. The hair. Boys and girls, go ahead and build your avatar that you will want to read your report. So go ahead and go. Yeah, it's kind of fun. If you're not familiar with it, they have different emotions, the different kind of faces. And then they do have a few backgrounds that are available in the free version. But what we're going to do is this is where we're going to import our pick collage as the background. Okay, first graders, you're going to have about 7 minutes to work on your avatar. That face is kind of freaking me out a little bit. Just make her normal. Is that all you? You have her done already? That's how she came. Saved from probably another time. Let's see. Reset. Oh no, you don't want to start over. Share. Save it. Oh, good. Can we get it? Try it again. There we go. Okay. Save it there, and then we'll get the back in a minute. One of the hardest things for me as a teacher is I find myself wanting to reach in and touch their iPads. And our IT guy, he is constantly stressing, don't like hold back, just use your words to explain to them. And that's something we're trying to train them to do, that you don't touch another person's iPad, just use your words to explain it. But that is one of the hardest things that's going to get in there. But I think that's really good for kids to have to do it themselves, the hands-on piece. All right. Just hold on. Did you already put it in? All right. If you think you know how to put your background in, go ahead. You can do it. If you're needing help, just wait. Remember? Background. And then from the library. All right, I think some kids are ready. They're running ahead of us here. If you're ready to put in your background, boys and girls, remember you're going to choose background. You're going to pick background, boys and girls. First, if you're a first grader and you're not sure how to put your pick collage in, raise your hand. Okay, then your eyes need to be up here now. If you know or you've already done it, good for you. Keep going. If you don't know, we're going to push the background, and then you're going to pick library right here. And when you pick library, you're going to choose pick collage. And then choose your pick collage. Okay. Don't panic. If it's not in there, are you sure? When you pick pick collage, it's not one of those? It's not any of those? Okay, then what we need to do is we need to go back into pick collage and we need to get it saved to our library. Okay. Those people who are saying that yours isn't in there, use your belly button and go check and see if your pick collage is in there. Do you have your pick collage? If anybody there knows what they're doing, just go ahead and jump in and help them, please. And I'll see. Okay. All right, so we're in here. We've got it. We go into library. Push save to library. There it is. Okay, the issue is if it didn't get saved in their library, I know you guys are like, yeah, 5 steps behind. So, Are there any first graders that don't have it saved in their library yet that didn't get help? Okay. I'm seeing a lot of telegamis in there. You want me to turn? Push the arrow. Okay, now see if we can do it. Yeah. Did you find it? Did you get it? Okay. That'll be great. Okay. So everybody can get your background in. There it is. Library is hiding. Is that one of yours? Okay, might have to use your tail away. Are any of those yours? Okay, push the belly button. Go back to the collage. Choose yours. Okay, now push this. And we're going to save it to save the library. Excellent. Okay, now push the belly button. Go back into telegami. Push library again. Hit collage. There you go. Okay. Looks like my reflector left. All right, now the last piece, boys and girls, which I don't know how we're going to be able to work this. How long are you guys here? Till 10:45? Okay. The ultimate goal is to have them read the last page of their animal report where we've written it out into sentences. So, for example, Bailey says, my animal is a whale, it is a mammal, its habitat is the ocean. It's all kind of scripted, so they should be able to read it pretty fluently, and then their avatar would talk, you know, because we can record it onto the app. The biggest issue with recording with the iPads is the noise. I mean, those microphones will pick up everything. And so I think what we maybe will try to do is I might try to send kids, if you just want to go with maybe one of them, we'll go in the middle room and they can read it to you and we'll get it recorded. And then hopefully we'll be able to get everybody done that way. I mean, there's so many great things about technology, but the logistics of it a lot of times are really difficult. You know, just like the microphones, like we can't all be doing it at the same time. And so you just kind of have some flexibility with it. And so then the rest of you, while you're waiting to record, you can be practicing reading your report, or if you just need to take out a book out of your book tub, you can take out a book and practice there as well. So I don't know how you guys want to go about. We'll just start sending a few people into kind of this middle room, so hopefully it'll be a little quieter. They can record their GAMI and then come right out. And then you can share it. Once we get a few done, I'd really like for you to see some of the finished products. So let's see. Who's someone? Kendall, are you ready to go? Okay, Kendall, why don't you take yours? They should be pretty familiar with telegami and how to record it. Do you know how to record, Kendall? I'll show the rest of you if I can get my reflector here. Let's see. Okay. With the telegami, what they're going to need to do, in case you are going in there with them, let's see, right here where it says message, you're going to tap on that, and then it's the voice right here, and you don't have to have it super close, they just can hold it right here and it should pick it up, and they'll just read the little paragraph that they have written out about their animal, and then we stop it, and you could play it back and hear it, and the little Gami should be talking away, and then if you could help them get it saved, I would appreciate that. To save, you down here you push share, and then this will come up. There we go. And you would push that, and it'll save it. And even if they've already saved it once, will need to save it again after they record their voice on it. So Kendall, do you want to go and do you want to take a few, maybe 3 of you were just writing here? Excuse. Okay. All right. You guys want to just go on in and she'll just read the report. Kendall, did you take your report? Okay, very good. You can read. All right, and the rest of you, you can go ahead and practice reading your report out loud so you get used to reading it. Nice and smooth. We call that, what do we call it? We call it fluent. Yeah, we want to have good fluency. So go ahead and be practicing reading. Okay, are you good? We're good. We're ready to record. Okay, Brett, you're going to go next. Okay, have any other questions or anything? Okay, questions?
All right, Brett, you're next. You want to take maybe 3 more people? Did it work okay? Yeah, they're going to hit record and not just the voice. Okay, Brett, what are you going to need to do your project? There you go. Look at my guys. You are. You guys hear that? That are going in there. You have to hit record, not just the voice. And then go in there and press the. Maybe I'll switch one if they want
And let's see, Jake, why don't we get yours? Let's just take yours back in here. I think there would be enough quiet back there. I have 3 more.
Okay, if you just sit here and give me a second because I have to adjust the camera. This is recording live, so let me get the camera going on the right one. Right now it's not on the right camera. Give me a second. And I'm going to change the camera to this camera here, so your face won't show up. There you go. Do you see that? Okay, give me a second. And move this out of the way. And let's see. How about you try saying a few words? I want to hear the audio level. Say your name. Okay, we're going to put this a little bit closer so that it can hear your voice. So speak loud and clear. You can see yourself, and you can show what you're reading. And when you're ready, you can hold up the iPad and show people. Okay? All right. Wonderful. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. And go for it.
My animal is a bottlenose. My animal is a bottlenose dolphin. It is a mammal. Its habitat is the ocean. It eats fish. It looks like a dog with a flat nose and blue, with a tail with no legs. It moves by swimming and jumping. Some interesting facts about this animal are that jump high, they talk to each other in different ways, sharp hearing. I chose this animal because I love dolphins.
Wow, that's excellent. Did you write that yourself? Impressive. And let's see your avatar. Can you play it back? Okay, so now let's record. Yeah? Okay, say aloud. Right. What did you read? Record your voice.
My animal is a bottlenose dolphin. It eats fish. It looks like a dog with a flat nose and blue, with a tail with no legs. It moves by swimming and jumping. Some interesting facts about this animal are that jump high, they talk to each other in different ways, sharp hearing. I chose this animal because I love dolphins.
So go ahead and stop the recording. It's working. You see how it's turning the page? Okay. And stop. Let's play it. Can you hear it? Oh no, now it's recording. Stop it again. Is there a playback button?
Yep. Lila, do you want to go?
Oh, but we didn't hit share. We were supposed to. Okay, so let's do it again, okay? Can you hear? It's a little soft.
Yep.
Can you hear your voice? No? Okay, we're going to have to try this again. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I know you guys are on a schedule. Yes. It looks like you are headed to kindergarten next. And so you're going to go out the hallway, down to the right, and it's going to be the first door on your left. And there's a big board out there. First graders, what do we tell our friends for coming today? Thank you for coming. Hope you saw something you can use in some way. And enjoy your day. What? That's okay. We'll get it in a minute. We'll get it. There are a lot of things going on. Thank you so much. Thank you. Enjoy your day. Did you get yours all done? Okay, is it saved? Okay, people who have recorded, make sure that your telegami is saved. Do you remember how to save? Okay. Yeah. You push the back arrow. Push it again. And push reset. Oh. Oh, it's the share button. I apologize. It's the share button.
So I would need to know
I know, a lot of those. And so I'm going to tell you what we're going to do to solve that problem in a minute. As soon as I can get my reflector going again. I kept getting kicked off. Alright, we're back.
Here we go. I love technology. The first time I've ever done
You got yours recorded?
this broadcast live.
Okay, I need everyone just to stop for a minute. Okay, that's alright. That's alright. You're gonna go out to the right.
Okay, where do you want to go? I'm supposed to be following Group A or something? That way? Okay, let's go. This is totally a new technology for me to do live broadcasts on the go, nonstop. So you guys are making history here. This is live broadcast on YouTube right now, worldwide. This is Group A. Do we know where Group A is supposed to be? Oh, okay. That's not Group A. Okay, so do we know where Group A is going to be? I don't. Can someone tell us where Group A is supposed to be? Yeah.
We are not that.
Okay.
Kindergarten, Miss Phillips.
Okay, here we go. Where's that? Oh, right here? Okay, we overshot. Let's go. Thank you. Okay. Just keep going and shooting while I set the computer down. Hi, we are live broadcasting, so if there's a place I can plug in the audio, where would you be standing? I just got to be a little bit close to where...
We're kind of just doing center time right now, so
okay.
the kids are going...
Maybe I'll go up front there. Okay. All right. Thank you.
They'll reach.
All right, we can go ahead and have our college friends rotate to a new station that you haven't already been to. Kindergarten friends, please go ahead and explain to our college friends what you're doing at your station, okay? What app you're using, what website you're on. Okay, college friends, you can go ahead and rotate to the next station. Kindergarten friends, remember, of what you're doing. What app are you using?
We did that, right? And then the ABCs. Which one are you getting? My name starts with an All right, college friends, go ahead and rotate to a new center. If you want to be put on the TV, you want to show your stuff on TV?
Yeah, just for that. Okay. Okay, college friends, go ahead and rotate. I believe this will be your last one. Okay, go ahead and rotate to your last station. What do you do with it?
Got it? We're still running. I can't see so close. Family trip where we have lost broadcast for the last 6 days. Could you just check that? I'm still broadcasting. It's really hard because I'm alone. And Craig said he could hold you blocking the camera. So your voice is being broadcasted, so you don't want to talk on that side? Thank you. Because I can't stop the broadcast. It's really hard. I can't walk from classroom to classroom, carrying everything to myself. I've been asking some students, because that's really, but the problem is I haven't lost broadcast yet. It's still broadcasting. I only have one computer. If I'm using this computer to broadcast, right, but I can't. If you can turn these on, I can try to log on there, but you see where it's a little hard. Yeah. I thought we were going to get some students from Lincoln, but I guess that was never going to happen. Because I really don't want to. Okay, so I only have 5 minutes more. So Okay, I don't know what it's supposed to go to next. I'll just how far is that? I mean, it's extremely hard to continue broadcasting at the same time. It's just cable or something, because yeah, and I need power. This thing needs power. Because I realized it's a long time. You needed to bring a different kind of so, yeah, and power.
I'll go check and see if he has power.
Okay. 6 people. Yes. Well, I can't help that part. I posted it everywhere in Blackboard, online, even on the public channel, so it should be, they should know how to do it. So I can't help it if they're not logging in. All I can do is to make sure that the broadcast stays stable, because yeah, I copied to you the email, so you should have it. You should have it in. Did you send it this morning? No, last night. Right, but the link that was on there sends you to the page where the live link will be.
Oh, I thought you get an email with the invitation.
No, I can't do that. I don't have a second pair of hands to do individual emails, so I sent them to the place where that live link is going to be. Yeah, it said that go to this page and the live link will be on that page 5 minutes before the website. That's what it said. So you need to go to that page, and most of them, they found it. Yeah. The problem is because we have a drop in connection. No one told me there's no email walking from that page into this page. So I didn't know, and there's a lot of people when that happened. So I kept it on, and halfway through, when we hit the middle of the football field, everything dropped. And then Craig didn't come back with my laptop until about 15 minutes later, so we lost it. So I think this is the next phase, because I need to move then. That's the phase. Okay, but these guys are not here anymore, so I better start moving. I don't know anymore. I just don't rely on anyone anymore because I end up. Just now I thought Craig said he would help me carry my stuff, and he only showed up 15 minutes later, so I couldn't even get the broadcast back up. Okay. Can you show me where? Right now? Yes. Could we, because otherwise the people would be worried that the broadcast is not on right now.
Thanks for teaching 3-year-old.
Thank you.
Can you get some ideas there? Yeah, I work at a daycare. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yes, new ideas. She's a lot of my classes.
We are good.
Awesome. Actually, really well. Way back in the corner, there's power. Can you plug in there or you got it? You want a chair? Yes. You want a chair? Switch around. Take it around. You're good. You want a chair for that?
I need something high. Well, it's okay. What I need is power because it's too short. I need power. I need an extension cord. That's okay.
All right. Gardeners, we are going to start. We're going to start with some little bit, and we're going to start with our happy dance. Okay, so remember, everyone is participating, everyone's doing it. Okay, do your best, and no one cares what you look like. Ready? Everyone stand up. Here we go.
I am Gracie, and I'm Celine. Let's get moving and have some fun.
Everyone up. Go.
Sometimes these things break. I am alone and those days. With the air, I can't get about the way.
funny hair. Nice job.
Want to keep this?
All right, we are going to move on to some Maximo here.
Maximo!
Remember Maximo?
Yes! That's like baseball. What's that? No, 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 no.
Greetings, my friends. Today I'm going to teach you how to run as an example. Look at a special skill of the recipe. So, shall we begin? Yes. Stand with your feet almost together, your hands in front of your heart. Stare at the spot in front of you. Oh, yes. Then, spread your arms very, very wide. Ah. Shift your weight on one foot. Leave the other foot. Place it down directly in front of the standing foot. And talk to me. Excellent. Imagine you standing on the table. So very high on the ground. Balance. Bend your knees ever so slightly. So your back leg is happily resting behind your front. Your heels everything flat. Give your beautiful body straight. You need to step how to say, you know, good boy, and then get back on. Now, ready to take this to the next level? Yes. Okay. Close your eyes. Yes. Focus. Balance. Man, feel. Sure, I can under professional. But I can feel because my eyes are so full. Oh, well, thank you. Rest, close, and open your eyes. Move your foot. Stand next to your hand. Close your arms down by your side. Shake them out. Yes. In and out. You are the kids of them. Two hands. Good. Let's do it again. Stare at the sky. Shield your leg on the house. Lean your arm high. With one foot, place it right in front of the other. Bend your knees. Nestle the legs and breathe. Yes. Look down. Your eye. You're walking around. Stay there nice and steady. Now, let us take extreme. So, close your eyes. Balance. It's too dark inside your closed eyes. Take long breaths. Close your eyes for deep breath. Open them out. Stay there and breathe. Let your one foot join your other. Float your arms down. Get in shape. Now we're here. Wait for bodies and elbows. The title might have been imaginary. Try to touch the arms with sparingly. Until next time, my friends, adios. I'm ready to get my stretch on. So, in. Yes. Stand up in a straight position. Your hands near in front of your heart. Make sure that you stay front and side. Our feet will remain still for our bodies. They will need room to move. There's your magnificent arm, and your magnificent side. Open and close your magnificent hands a few times. Are you getting warmed up? Yes. Yes. Now, spread out your feet. Reach your arms out to your side. Up, very up, up, up. Close your back. Bend your friend, rock. Visualize your feet. And keep your palms up. Breathe in and out. Lower your position. Let us go around the now. Slowly bend the contact of your body on side. Then, always digging down to the ground. Follow. Then over to the other side.
Do you need someone's help now? Because we're shifting to another room. We need someone to help with
To the very top.
but it's live now. It's happening now. So, okay, so this is live. This is the camera that's live. Make sure the camera stays with the group. But I need to know where I'm going because I need to switch platform all the time. The middle seat. It's really this one? Yes. Bring the table or whatever. Let's go to the center of the school and then we're going to go out. Here, let's go that way. You have two hands up. This one with you because that's the live camera. Not the way. Somebody else can help carry this while I carry that.
If you would like to, I can switch with you. Okay. We have to find our way. Yeah. I think it's you have to lead the way. Yeah. We're not going out of the building, right? Yes, we are. Oh, shoot. If we lose internet, then one of us better walk fast. Because one of these machines has to stay online, otherwise we will lose connectivity. She's wonderful. There we go. Middle school. Yeah. So we have to go outdoors? Yes. Right where we came from. Yeah. So we're going to go outdoors? We're going to lose connectivity again? Do you want to just stay here? Do you want to just stay and watch the PE teacher? You don't have to. This is going to be the best. Well, the problem is both machines have to get there, but then we're going to lose connectivity. One of the kids stay until I reach the other side. I'm not even sure. How do I know? I don't know whether you know. That's the problem. Can you text me? I'll wait. You text me. Actually, I'm going to try something. I will do a third machine. I will have this on. There you go. Okay, you keep going. I think she's room. Run after you. Okay, I think she's room 506.
Logistic hotspot. Tell guy next time we need a hotspot so we can stay mobile.
That's it. Well, you know, so many campuses are fun. You know, all outside.
Well, expecting this kind of a distance between, but
you know what?
Or a message out to your people. We're going to lose connectivity for a moment. Yeah. We'll be back on.
Yeah, because we're going to do that at lunch. You know, we're going to do it at lunch. Take a little break. This is too cool.
It's too cool.
It's too awesome and amazing.
Yeah. We can't get caught up in logistics.
You just have to let that go. It's kind of like the teachers were saying. Yep. That it's you need patience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to work with it.
Yep.
They get seasonal Nebraska.
That's so true. I could do a panoramic shot.
You know, we were walking over here.
Yeah.
Do you need help getting up?
I will, but right now the broadcast is going. Hold on, wait, let me see
sorry.
the camera. Oh,
Community in Lincoln.
okay. That broadcast it's going. Otherwise,
Okay.
so I'm not. You got to sure running ahead of which is it facing forward?
Oh.
We're gonna have pizza. Yeah. I think it'll be great. Aurora Water Tower.
Putting that there.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion, that was a rite of passage. I've never did.
Climb. I don't know for sure. But it'll be okay. Going otherwise, probably. Yeah. This is just too fun. They're doing some amazing things. mainly used for the high school, and this is mainly used for the middle school. One of the things I always want to share is that I always make sure my apps are visible. So you can see right here, they're up on the wall. So if later when you're done or you're working with students, you want to take pictures anywhere, feel free. I think it's really vital, especially in middle school, to have the app picture up for one reason. You waste time by kids saying, I don't know which one it is, which one of this is it. A visual is beautiful because they can just look at it and they've got it. Okay. And the same way with the high school. I keep the apps I mostly use, and then I interchange them out. So if there's certain apps that I'm using this month and next month, they're up there. Some of them I use all the time, so they just stay. So that's helpful as well, to have the apps showing. I think the other thing is making it available for the students to see what we're doing. So if continue holding this. One of their apps that are part of their class, then it's reflected up here, so that they can also reflect their work up as well as mine, so they can see that. In the high school, it's in the other room. I do have some projects I talked to the last group about how do we interact and put those in with art, because I feel like art is just a small discipline that is added to every discipline. And that means whether it's English or social studies and so forth, I always tell the kids, without art, we really, all disciplines get incorporated in, and I can incorporate yours as well. Just for example, we have some birds right behind you. Okay, one of the things the 8th graders did this year is, if we are painting in one area, what are we going to use our app for in another area, or how are we going to incorporate those two together in drawing? This last quarter, the students were studying winter birds of Nebraska, and some of my favorite sites is like whatbird.com, which shows their habitat, what their voice is, the sound, everything. But that also is a nice place for them to go to not just research their habitat and their environment, what they look like, but they can also then bring that into their app, which this particular app, it's the third one down, it's called Panasui Sketches. That company just changed it to Sketches. It's absolutely one of my favorites because one, it's free. Two, it has a great tutorial that kids can really understand and walk through. And like anything else, then these were printed off, but most of the time, like digital art, these aren't really being displayed digitally. So we have a couple TVs around that we also put their artwork up digitally. Earlier this year, how do we incorporate the two? The first quarter we made dinosaurs. We drew dinosaurs, so we drew them with pencils. Then we created 3D dinosaurs. Put them over there on Model Magic. So all the kids have really great Model Magic dinosaurs. And then I took them to 1, 2, 3 Sculpt and 1, 2, 3 Creature. It's from an app called Autodesk, and they created them on their iPad app. And then as their as their dragons were displayed in the middle school for their drawings, their 3D Model Magic dragons were in a cabinet as their iPad dragons were being displayed and ran them on the TV. So they understand that, you can really take any project and bring that into it, so it has that extra type of learning, understanding, and so forth. We just started Nautical Rugs, which is back over here. It's like, hey, that's a fiber art. How do you bring technology into that? Boy, that is beautiful because I know you do a little bit. When you leave, you have to create it in a graph paper first of all your design created out. They created it in the graph paper. Well, you make a mistake, you want to change, you don't like the color, this is the time something. So what we do is we create them in an iPad app, either PixArtist, BitDraw, or Make a Mosaic. And then they can have it all created on their iPad. They can get their colors changed out. I can talk to them about the changes they need to make. Maybe this isn't going to work for this particular size. It's all created there first. And then, obviously, they've got to draw one on the graph paper because that's what they follow underneath their loom. And then they can create the project they want. Okay. So, once again, I think that as long as you take a look at what are you teaching, I don't care what discipline it is, and incorporating those. One of the classes I just love, you
technology in is, I hope all of you had to take that class. That is your art class that's a gen ed, which is either your visual arts 101 or 100 or your art fundamentals 125, because we teach that here as a dual credit class. And during that class, obviously, if you're taking college credit for that, if you're paying for that, you want to have all the way to universities watching their books. But the one thing that I bring in a little different that I just love is every single project and chapter we bring in some sort of technology, whether it's with the iPad or something else. So for instance, if we studied Roman architecture this year, not only did they have to do a blueprint drawing of that Roman piece, they had to do their research paper. They also had to create their QR codes, which brought it to a really great, not just any YouTube, but a really great YouTube that they had to research on that would show the real picture of that particular architectural piece and the background behind it that connected with it. And then they also had to create, and one of the iPad apps we used was called Inspiration, which is like a graphic organizer, which allowed them to put their image there and then put their history and their information around it in really quick bits. Okay, so when you do that with, I literally do that with every project, even the project we're working on right now, which we're creating Valentine's florals. We're doing a second project with our florals, and the last group that was in here, they helped the kids take all their pictures with them and then email them to me so that we can get them ready for the next project that we're incorporating them in this. Okay, so I just find that we've been one-on-one for, I don't know, 3-4 years here. Just love it. I just don't even know how I can teach you different. One of the things that I did, I don't know what areas you're all going into, but when I was at the state Nebraska art conference, one of the fears that some of the teachers had was, well, is this going to take away from art? Are we not going to be able to do our projects? Or you might say, hey, is this taking away? I don't ever see it as taking it away. It adds to. And I said, it's kind of like before a particular art medium was made, if you were just oil painting for centuries, then all of a sudden, hey, we found Prismacolor pencils, or we found this. That didn't take away, it just added to it. Another process, another thing that the kids can create with. And once again, we make wampum belts that the natives made with seashells. I found this app called Make a Mosaic, which creates symmetry. And it just, they can create them, they make them first on the iPad app, they can change their colors out, their designs and everything, and then they use that to look at as they are stringing their beads to make, and weaving their wampum belt. Okay, so once again, it's up to us as educators to find what we need to use along with what we want to add into our classrooms. Okay. Also, I hope if you all don't have blogs, I hope you're starting a blog, do a blog. I have a blog up. I always put my kids' artwork up. I have my students tweet their pictures, take pictures of their artwork, but sometimes their artwork doesn't go home for a month, It's like, take a picture of that and say, take that home. You're not going to take that clay piece home for a month, So it involves being able to have that parent contact that sometimes we lose, or the kid will throw their artwork away. Your kids know him. But they'll throw their artwork away before they go home. So I can't move that in my house. Well, give it to your mother. Let her put it in the box under your bed or something. You're going to want it anyway. So that kind of stuff, where at least there's that engagement where, hey, being able to see it. So, once again, it's not just using it just in the classroom, but outside the classroom. My kids go on a field trip. They have to tweet. I give them criteria to follow, and then when they get back, it just engages the community, it engages them, other educators. I'll tell you what, if you're not on a tweet, if you're not involved in that, I recommend it. I've learned so much from it. And I have collaborated with teachers from all over the United States, and they with me. And it has just been wonderful. And I think that's what our kids deserve too. Is, we are at that point with learning. We are at a different curve, and if we're not on board, the people that we are experience. And so you're welcome. Look around the room. This chart that I have over here, I just happen to have that up because I just got done doing a iPad workshop with an ESU 9 unit and teaching teachers how do they incorporate those into their classrooms. One of the great apps that I use with high school, and you can use this with anything, and that's called Procreate. It's a little bit more expensive, so I really try to find all free apps. We do buy the Procreate for the high school students. We also use a Sensu stylus, which rather than having a rubber end to it, it has an end to it that's like a paintbrush. So you really get paint, and they just turn out beautiful. The artwork turns out beautiful. One of the ones I have on there is the one that the student did. So once again, if you want to hang with us, you want to walk around and talk to the kids, you want to see what they're doing, that's great. You want to walk through the rooms, see the work that's in here, that's fine too. I know we'll have question and answers this afternoon, and this class has been absolutely wonderful as I'm standing and talking. So thank you for your okay? So I'm going to get back to teaching. I'm going to let you hang, and then we can talk a little bit later. Walk around, see what's here, take pictures, do what you like. Is that okay? Okay. Okay? Yes, ma'am. Yay! Hey, just so I get my chance. Okay, thank you. There you go. Yeah. I think it's right here. This is your it is. On my website up there, Aurora, Aurora, you'll find my blog website. If you don't start using it, go to the home drop down and you'll see probably hundreds of simple pages, our links, videos, everything you can imagine. At different levels, college classes, middle school, preschool, all kinds of stuff. How about that? Class, if you see something out, and there's one thing I wrote, I appreciate it follow. That's the art area that you find out there. On my webpage as well. I'd love to hear from all of you. Well, yeah. I know. Here's a picture of the brush goes on the iPad. This is one that okay, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It works Any iPad or in last year's you try it. Is the right one remember you want to hold it in half? SR. Sure. Right off the door, to the left, right around the corner. The Twitter feed is the R is included SR way to the I don't know. I think somebody else must have had that. Pretty sure. You're welcome. I'm always tweeting out my students' artwork. Always take pictures of process and days. Yes. Which is page to paper. Not that it's better than it's 40 models. Take a picture, tweet that baby up. And this is what you can use any, but this is the specific artwork I ordered. And you don't have to work on anything, but it's there's just another one out there that they showed us. Hey, boys and girls, it's time to clean up. Everything needs to be put away immediately.
It is streaming live. I'm not sure why the students say they can't see it. See, it's live. That's the live stuff. Well, yeah, there was the drop, like I said, because when we, right after the introduction, I didn't know how to run to the other building. No one told me there's no internet there, so. Yes, you are. Hold on. Let me mute a little bit. It's gonna go around. I forgot to mute. All right.
Blue sticks, if you're walking by a table and you I need you in your seats immediately. Start Jeopardy. Oh, yes. Okay, shut your mouth. Okay. Eighth graders. Are we leaving? If not, stay. We're almost done. Okay, I'm going to actually line them up so I can get everybody that's an adult on this side. Okay, if you have a neutral colored shirt on, you may get in line. Neutral, what's neutral? Look up again. Just a reminder. Neutrals, line up. That is blacks and browns and grays and whites. Wow. This was a neutral day, that's for sure. If you have a warm colored shirt on, Warm. Who are you? You're a neutral. You got black in? No, I'm talking to Amy. Okay. Everybody else is cool colors, line up. I'm a cool color. Uh-oh. We got a problem here. Tell me what it is. One color voice. Class, I need your voices off. I need you looking and I need you listening. Boys in the back, Jaden. Stay up. Yeah. Are we all looking and listening? Okay, I know it's kind of chaotic, but I want to tell you how much I appreciate all of you today. While I was talking with other people, you stay focused and work on your work. I want to thank you for that. Next time, that's up. I know what it is. No, you don't know. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I know what it is. Okay, that'll. Off and running. There we go. All right. Sounds great. Moved a little bit. All right. Bye. Okay, any questions? I know you gotta go, but anything else? Oh, I'll be up to date. You're welcome.
Someone to help me carry the rest of the stuff too.
Well, sure, that's easy. Thank you. All you do.
Yeah. Oh, you're awesome. So how much do we need here?
It's
Okay, so we'll need everything. I can't do this with one hand though. I think that's it.
Just these two things?
I think so. So, yep. And yeah, but we can't shut down because that's live. Maybe if tell you what you give your iPad to
We're gonna stay here. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll take this.
Okay. Okay. Let's go. If you can show me where.
Yep.
Oh shoot! Did something happen? I got muted. Hold on. I gotta do that. Okay. Let's go. Yeah. Careful. Don't let the mouse change it or something. Oh shoot! I got cut out.
Here we go. Straight down.
Hold on. Just go. I gotta sign in again. I got cut out.
We need this plugged in real quick. That's too far. That's not going to work. You gotta pull the table down. Can you help me plug this in?
Yes.
Can you just, I can plug it in for you. Right here.
Got it?
There's people. You got it. Wow.
Oh, how about That's what his name is. And they're they are. Hey!
You're live on YouTube now. Broadcast worldwide. And
I feel like I should be sitting here. Right there. Oh, it was this one. All right, alumni, why don't you find your spots and go ahead and sign into Kahoot. If any of the guests want to play today, you sure can.
Oh, by the way, I was.
You go to kahoot.it in your browser, and it will ask you to put the pin in there.
Oh, are you gonna do it?
Donnie.
Are you?
Thinking about it.
Do? You're picking appropriate names today, yeah. All right, ready to play? No. Okay, now first.
our review of what we did yesterday. And then the next 6 questions are a preview of what we're going to study today about telling time. So we're going to use the numbers that we learned yesterday and put them together with the time. All right? Me too.
Who's that?
Okay. All right, we're going to go and start it. No. 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 Okay, we're good. How do you say 100 in Spanish? Oh no! Oh, yeah, it's shut off. Oh, did you get kicked out? Yes. Bummer. Do you remember where the pin was? No. I'm in now. Yes, that's fine. What's the difference between CN and CN Gold? CN judge for other. Anything that's 100. Over 100 we get. All right. Too many people. Nolan. 45. 45. Why did you do that? No! I picked the first one. It's the yellow What was the red one? 55. 55. And what was cuatro y cinco? 4 and 5. What's the next key or number in the sequence? 40, 50, 60. Who's faster than you?
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. This is not a game. This is water. So what's 80? All right, one more sequence. 90, 80, 60. Where? Dang it. Oh, bad. Bueno. What was 40? 40. All right, the next question is going to start with what we're learning today, so make your best educated guess, okay? How do you think you might ask what time it is?
Oh, I heard it from you.
Did you?
Yeah, I heard it from you. Good job, James.
Secret classroom. All right. What is ¿Cómo te llamas aquí? What is your name? ¿Cómo estás? How are you? ¿Qué día es hoy? What is it? What would the answer to that be? Miércoles. Bueno. All right. Can you guess how you say 10 o'clock? Bueno, yeah. What do you think Sol Andron today would be? 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. We're going to add minutes to it. 8:20 when the bell rings. ¿Qué hora es? Bueno, 8:20. What would 8:15 be? 8:15 is 8:05? 8:05. Fabuloso. All right, which would be PM, or how would you say in the afternoon in español?
I did.
I should have given you 10 seconds. You're getting pretty quickly. De la tarde, where have you seen tarde before?
Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes, which means good afternoon. Two more. What do you think media noche means in English? Media noche. Midnight. How did you figure that out? What's noche? Nice. All right, last one before we move on. 2:13 p.m. Dos y trece. I knew I might get some sure. What's dos y tres?
2:03.
2:03. And what would dos y treinta be? 2:30. And what's 13? That's not even a number in Spanish, is it? Yeah, what do they use for 13 instead?
Sorry.
All right, we had 5 winners. Cecil, Risa, Laura, Stack, and Matilda. Muy bien. Excelente. Muy bien. Habla español. Sí, muy bien. Get some college winners in here. Awesome. All right, muy bien. So you got a little sneak peek of what we're going to do today, and that's answer that question, K, Aurora, X. So go ahead and open your Nearpod, and we're going to do one of those today. I'll put the key up here. Those of our guests that want to do it, it's an app on your iPad or iPhone called Nearpod, and it's free. And you just create an account, and then you put, it gives you a PIN number, and then the students put the PIN number in, and they can follow along the presentation on their device, but I control it on mine. So you're NDJXA. That's supposed to be an N. NDJXA would be your code. Go ahead and put your name or nickname or Spanish name in there. Should have 22 of you at least. On here, it tells me the number of students logged in, and if the number turns red, it tells me that someone logged out. So I can kind of circle around and see who's not in the app. So. All right. So the question we're going to talk about today is ¿Qué hora es? So son las 10 is 3 o'clock. See? How did we say it was 10 o'clock on there? Do you remember on the game? Son las 10. Son las 10. So we're going to use this son las, but check this one out. Es la una is different. Any guesses why 1 o'clock would be different from the other hours?
Singular.
Singular. What did we talk about Monday in here? Singular and plural. See. So when we have, check out the blue numbers in the clock here. Son las 12. Repita conmigo. Son las 12.
Son las 12.
Es la una. Son las dos. So one is the different one because he is singular, where there's only 1 hour present. But when you have more than 1 hour present, it becomes plural. Son las dos, son las cuatro, son las seis, son las once. So we are able to tell the hours pretty easily. Tell your neighbors at your table how you would say this time. ¿Qué hora es? How about this one?
Son las 10.
Son las 10. Perfecto. Check out this one. What did this one get added to it?
22.
We added minutes. What did we use to add the minutes? E. Yeah, we've seen E a lot. And so it's 8 hours and how many minutes? 22. Sí, muy bien. Check out this one. Son las 10 y 10. How many minutes do we add? Another 10. So on your board, could you write, how would you say 3:30 using that new formula there? When they write their answer, it comes to my board, and I can see their answers come in. Submit them. So they'll submit them to me, and then I can see them. Oh, you guys are still oh, well. There are answers come online by their name. And then I'm going to share one with everyone. I'll give you about 5 seconds to wrap it up. I'm going to share this one here with you. Son las 6:30. Thumbs up, ¿es correcto? O thumbs down, ¿es correcto? Sí, es correcto. Tracy, 30. Muy bien. All right. Check out this one. Es la 1:55. 1:55, right? But look at the bottom. What is different about the bottom one, and how did they make that? What does it say? Could you talk at your table about what those numbers mean and what is that saying in Spanish? How is that saying 1:55? All right, who wants to be brave and tell us what they think their table? Anthony, what do you got? Yeah, muy bien. 5 minutes to 2. So do you say it's 1:55 or do you say it's 5 to 2? It depends, yeah. Some of you say one, some of you say the other. So their formula there is it's 2 o'clock. What do you think menos means? Minus? It's 2 o'clock minus how many minutes? 5. So it's 5 to 2. Yeah, 2 o'clock minus 5 minutes. I don't know about you. I kind of like the top one. Es la 1:55. It's 1:55. Technically, the bottom one is more old school, and the top one came around with digital clocks. So they just said the numbers on the clock instead of doing the quarter till, 10 till, 20 till. So either way is appropriate. The top way is more popular. So, ooh, so how do you say it's 1 o'clock?
Es la
una, and then minus. How many minutes till 1 o'clock? Menos 5. Muy bien. All right, so keywords. Here's just another example. I like the green one. Son las 12:55. It's 12 and 50, excuse me, 58, 58. Or you could do the menos. What is that? Es la 1:02. It's 2 minutes from 1, or 2 till 1, or 1 o'clock minus 2 minutes. Bueno. All right, so here is a little picture. I'm going to give you a copy of this later. So check out the pink words. The pink words are your minutes. So y5, you would add 5 minutes. Y10, you would add 10. Look at a quarter after. There's 2 choices. You have y15 and y4. What do you think cuarto means? Quarter. Do you ever say the quarter after? That's where they get it. Cuarto. See, y20, check out the 30. Not only do they have treinta, but they also have media. What is media? Middle, half past. Yes, so we get media, middle, half past. On the left-hand side, you have your 2 options. You can either say it's minus that many minutes before the hour, or it's and that minutes before the. It's 35. Y 35, or it's minus 25 minutes from the next hour. Check out the bottom right. Do you see mediodía, medianoche? One of those was on the Kahoot game. Medianoche, you picked was middle of the night because we had what was good night? Buenas noches, yeah, and middle of the day. Up on the top, we have 3 ways to say AM and PM. De la mañana, We've already had mañana, but it didn't mean morning. What did it mean? Tomorrow. So now if I say, hey, I want to see you mañana de la mañana, what does that mean? Tomorrow in the morning. Why do they have 2 p.m.? Do they have an afternoon p.m.? Yeah. De la tarde, and then they have a 9 p.m. de la noche. See. All right. So here's an example of 7:15, quarter after 7, or 7:15, 7:15. You could do either one. So be really, really careful when you're telling time that you don't put these 2 words around. See the difference, how they're spelled? The first one, repita, cuarto, and then we have cuatro. So it could be the difference between saying it's 7:04, 7:04, or 7:15, 7:15. So be careful with those, because they can be tricky. Mediodía, we talked about it in the middle of the day. Could you just say son las 12 de la tarde? Sure, 12 in the afternoon. Could you say for medianoche, son las 12 de la mañana, 12 a.m.? You could. Please. Doce is 12. Dose is 2. So those are another 2 numbers that get flipped. Tell the neighbors at your table how you would say this time. ¿Qué hora es? Alcides, what did you guys come up with? Muy bien. Son las 11:30. What else could you say for that one besides 30? What was half past? Media. Yeah, 11:30. You could do that one too. ¿Qué hora es? ¿Qué hora es? En español. Yes. There's lots of issues there. Salvador, you want to try this one? Perfecto. Did anybody want to do the menos way? So if we did the menos way, we'd be saying it's 25 till 11. So it would be son las 11. Do we use y or menos? Menos, how many minutes are we minusing from 11? 25. Yeah, you could do it that way. All right, uno más before we get a little practice. 7:54. ¿Qué hora es en español? Marisol, you want to try this one? Yeah. Perfecto. Muy bien. Anybody want to try it the other way, the menos way? 6 till 8. So son las 8. You could. Menos 6. You don't have to do it that way. It's just another way you could do it. All right. ¿Qué hora es? Go ahead and write your answer down. ¿Qué hora es? En español. In Spanish words, not English. I know what time it is in English. How do you say lunch? Yeah, 3 more minutes and it's lunch. Yeah, you would do that for lunch. All right, I'm going to shut you off here so we can keep moving. I got a lot of good answers. Nice pictures. Some of you, they can put stuff on here just to make me laugh, usually funny notes or whatever, which they do. Here's the correct answer. Did someone have, or I saw a lot of you did. Someone else say 5? See? Awesome. All right, before we go to lunch, we're going to split through. I have a little 5-question quiz for you on here. And then I'll let you go to lunch. 5 questions. ¿Qué hora es? It's a quiz with 5 questions. Red one. Yeah, when you're done with your quiz, you can go to lunch. Then come back after lunch and then come wrap it up. That gives me a chance to When you come back, I'm able to share their answers and they can see how they did on it. So it kind of tells me, you know, what they got it.
This is all problem. There's no problem.
Oh, you know what?
I have tickets.
On the quiz, it tells me like how they did. The red ones mean they got it wrong. I don't like what's like number 3 I'm gonna have to talk about. They're getting popular with it. And their name and how they did it. Yeah.
Is it not? So yeah.
You know what? Let's try that now. I thought just yeah. And like right here, if I share, that will share them.
You get some kind of discount by them.
I know I am.
Now, making sure the it cannot turn off.
Right.
That's nuts.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings. It's because Lord of the Rings.
They know how to do it.
But I guess, yeah, as long as you stay in there.